So we know that the left is very, very dangerous. We've seen that all throughout, I won't say all throughout time, but that may be a slight exaggeration. But all throughout, like the BLM riots, Antifa riots, basically blank riots, whatever, you just fill in the blank. The only thing they've ever pointed to for conservatives, or ever been able to point to, is January 6th. Oh, but my January 6th. January 6th wasn't all that bad. It is worse than it should have been. I'm not a fan of what happened on January 6th, even though the heart was, I understand where the messaging was. I understand what the thought was. But things happen that I'm not exactly proud of. To be fair. But when you look at the other side of it, whether it be BLM, Antifa, or whoever, you have leftist politicians, leftist celebrities, news media like running cover for these guys, saying, I'll post bail for you. I'll take care of you. You know, keep rioting in the streets, keep unrest going. I'm okay with that. They're encouraging it. And to me, those people should probably be locked up. If anyone's listening, I'm just saying, you know. No one asked for my 2 cents, yet there it is. But we see that continuing right now, even with little things. When I think about, like, again, filmmaker, you know, nerd, I think about films, right? If there's a film, what was that film? I'm drawing a blank now. I just thought about it, but it's from Angel Studios. It was the one about the...
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Jim Caviezel was in it, and it was with the child trafficking. Can't remember the name of it. So sorry. Somebody can leave it in the comments and let me know, because I'm a little, you know. But yeah. Anyways, it was about that. You had all these stories anyway. Studios didn't want to take the film, or fire alarms getting pulled, or you know what have you. And all this to shut down the film and the film's reach and the film's success, right? Then you got leftist films that come out, and I don't even call that a right-leaning film. It's just a film based off a true story, which truth has a right lean to it, of course. But then you got these left-leaning films out there like, oh, you know, we don't even want conservatives watching our films or reading our comic books or watching our TV show. And then we don't watch, we don't buy, we don't go to the theater. And then the films bomb, or the comic books tank, or the shows have to go off the air, they get canceled. It's like, it's because of MAGA. And all we did is just not show up. You know, kind of like the blackout, February 28th shopping blackout. I don't know how that worked out for those people, but I hadn't heard any more. So I'm thinking it wasn't as impactful day one. Point being, that's how we protest. That's what we do is we cut off our subscriptions. We make our little voice be heard on X or whatever. It's like, oh, I don't think it should be this way. And what you don't see is people on the right, typically, out in the street, super gluing their hands to the concrete, to art, to each other, you know, blocking traffic, burning down buildings, killing people, you know, or like this, where we've got like Robbie Starbuck. And this is, again, nothing new on the story, but I'm just painting a picture here, okay? So I'm pulling from this one story. But Tesla's under attack, right? It says right now there's massive cyber attack being carried out against X. The left is organizing and funding acts of terror against Tesla. Left-wing short sellers are trying to sink Tesla's stock. Media is coordinating with Democrats to attack Elon. Now it's time for us to have his back like he's had ours. And of course, you know, he's encouraged him to do stuff to support Tesla and all these other things. Rumble was being DDoS attacked. X was being DDoS attacked. Tesla is being literally attacked. Physically attacked. What do you mean, Chris? Okay. So if we hadn't seen it, this is some from this past weekend. Tesla Cybertrucks were being set ablaze, vandalized, destroyed, and it's not cool. It's not cool. People are coming in and burning private property, destroying private property, and it doesn't stop there. There's, I was going to say, I thought I remember this. You can see like the videos of them setting this stuff ablaze, and then you've got Even more right here. Tesla faces vandalism and protest amid backlash against Elon Musk. They don't like where Elon aligns himself politically. But they worshipped the ground the man walked. Does not sound familiar. Everyone loved Donald Trump. He was in movies. He was made an appearance in the WWE or WWF, whatever it was at the time. He was in all these rap songs. Like, everybody loved Trump. They wanted to be like Trump. They want to be rich like Trump. He was funny. Everybody loved the guy. And all of a sudden, I'm gonna run for president as a Republican, and then boom, done. They didn't want nothing to do with him anymore. Elon Musk. Everyone wants EV this, EV that. Elon's like, okay, I'll bring you Tesla, top of the line, the best of the best. They loved him. They even loved that Cybertruck at first, which I can't get over the Cybertruck. It's a funky looking thing. Really funky looking. I saw one yesterday with my daughter. Like, is that a Cybertruck? She goes, yeah. So what do you think about it? She goes, Like, yeah. That's just me. A man with great taste. But all of a sudden he's like, okay, well, I'm going to align with conservatives because the left have pushed me away. Like, okay, well, now everything that you do sucks. You're a nobody. You're an idiot. You're a terrible billionaire. We don't trust you. We're going to literally burn down your businesses. And there's plenty other I could have shown. They've been showing up to the dealerships, breaking windows, vandalizing cars with spray paint and whatnot, which I don't know if that has an impact because I think it just washes off. But yeah, harassing employees and everything. This is the left. And this is the thing. You got to remember, when Trump was running the first time or when he's running the second time, I can't remember. Remember the call that we've got a MAGA over here? There was a guy wearing a MAGA hat in his truck. Somebody walked up and shot and killed him because of his political alignment. Like, I'm gonna be completely frank with this. Most people, be prepared to get a little miffed with me on this one, maybe. Most people, whether on the left or the right, don't know enough about politics to want to be in political war with the other side. Both sides only know what they've been told by the media. We're going to get into the media and their manipulation and a tale of words, word salads, manipulation there, misinformation, misdirection, whatever you want to call it, in a moment. But again, when you look into it and you dive into it, like we do on our channel, again, Third Railify, Handy News, the Washcast, I mean, I can go on and on. When you watch these guys and they do the deep dives, what do you find? You find that every side is corrupt and awful and terrible, and that you find some good ones here and there. What I have found is the majority, if any good ones that are in the bunch, do tend to be on the right. And that's not even my personal bias, because I don't even know if I align with the Republican Party necessarily. I'm definitely more on the conservative side in so many ways. I'm a Trump supporter right now in so many ways. I don't love everything he's ever done, and I won't stand behind him for everything he's done in his past. I won't make excuses for things he's done. That's his job. He's got to handle business. But as commander-in-chief, as president, as our leader, yeah, I like the man. I like where he's at. I'm glad he's there. But watch out for the left, guys. And I don't mean that as like a call to action or anything like that, but I will say, be safe, take care of yourself. We are the side that tends to lean toward the Second Amendment support there. So do what you do, right? But be careful out there. Have your head on a swivel. Be careful who you have conversations with too. We just saw recently, and part of me wanted to pull that up, but it's just such a tragic story. But we're hearing Alex Jones is being targeted. We already know one of his staff was, we had one of his staff was killed recently. And then another one was just swatted, I think 2 or 3 times in a row, or maybe more, I forget. But we're seeing like people on the right that are outspoken are being targeted. Some people are saying it's from Ukraine ties, which of course that could be U.S. government ties as well, but that's a whole nother web to spin there. But be careful out there, guys. Look out for each other. And I would say this too, and it's hard to do sometimes, but again, I guess maybe it's my faith background that makes me feel this way, but still love each other. You know, we can disagree and still love each other. We can have an argument and squash it and be cool with each other. I didn't vote against you. You didn't vote against me. We voted for different things, but we can still be friends. We can still get along. Now, if they don't want to, they don't want to. If you don't want to, you don't want to, whatever. But I've got a lot of people I've lost that are like that. And again, they're not educated enough in politics. They're not deep enough in there to really act the way they're acting. They're just going off a primal instinct and what they're being fed by the media and their peers, to be fair.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.